is filling
Hi,
in. It should go live soon. The line need to
it's
fill.
all right. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Heroes webinar. Today is Sunday, the 8th of December, 2024. My name is Comfort, calling in from the United Kingdom. Thank you for joining us once again, be it here on the Zoom or on one of the 20 and more YouTube channels. Let's do this together. So today we are discussing a very interesting topic, the transformative power of waiting. Hello, Andy, welcome.
Hi, Comfort. Thank you for making me first. That's brilliant. Um, why is it important for me to wait? What's the draw for me? This is an interesting question, actually, because we've been part of this. Many have been part of this for 4, 5, or even 6 years now, and we know things take time. We do know things take time, but this is, for me, something rather special for several reasons. First of all, it's a different way of doing business. Now, as we all know, most companies are in it for the profit. They're just in it for the money and nothing else matters. They have to make more profit. They have to make as much profit as they possibly can. And quite frankly, with a lot of these larger companies, they have no scruples about what they do to everything else. They're just interested in the money. We don't have that. We have a CEO who wants to change the system. And a lot of these larger companies don't like that, because that's like, hold on, what about us? We want to make more and more money. You're going to ruin it for everybody else. No, you're not, because the system needs to change. And this is why, for me, it's well worth waiting for. That's one reason. The other thing that is important to me is that, yes, I've learned along the way. I'm not particularly technically minded. I'm a numbers guy, as most of you know, and I have a specific background which has got nothing to do with marketing, online, selling things online, or even designing software or anything like that. No. So we have an organization that we're part of that is going to do the things for us that we don't know how to do. Okay. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, actually, the company's going to do pretty much everything if that's what you want it to do. Everybody here has a goal or an income goal that they want to achieve. And quite frankly, personally, I don't like working. It's really quite a bore. If I enjoyed my job, I'm sure it'd be different, but I don't. I want to take things easier. I think I've reached that age anyway, to be fair. So the sooner I get to that point, the better. So I'm going to do a lot more than nothing. I'm going to try and boost that as best I possibly can. But for some people, they're just going to let the company, grow their business for them, which is great. And we have products that are second to none in comparison to the rest of the market. Fraction of the cost, value for money. It does exactly what it says on the tin, etc. So for me, this waiting time is a learning time. It's time to take stock of what I do understand, what I do know, and to learn a little bit more along the way before we get back to that point where everything goes boom, because it will. And when it does, guys, people will be phoning us and going, "Oh, what about this? What happens about this?" And you go, hold on a second. I'm working on my business now. We've had all this time to get to this point, and if you don't know where you are, that's your problem. Proper prior planning prevents poor performance, as you well know, Comfort. So For me, this waiting time is a perfect time to be able to learn as much as I possibly can about how marketing works, how online business works, what I need to put in place to make sure that when we do go, everything's ready. My ducks, as they say, are in a row. So yes, I'm excited and I'm happy to wait, because I know when it does go and relaunch, then we have products out there that are going to be far better than what's currently available at a fraction of the cost, value for money. Back to you, Comfort.
Sure. Thank you. Thanks so much, Andy. I like how you ended it. I think I feel the same. I am happy to wait. And one thing about waiting, if we want to start from those of us who have been in this journey, so waiting actually is not just about the destination, but also the journey itself. When did you join this business? 2018, 2 years ago, when the position got closed for people to become founding members, what we used to call before now, So the journey has been very exciting. It has been very interesting. The people we've known along the way, how much we have learned, both from the CEO and his tech team to the people we meet every day, like Andy, like Gifty, like so many other people we have met. We have learned so much, so much. There was sometime I used to make a joke that I can actually write a thesis about this whole business before it's even launched. That's how much I have learned from all walks of life, because people interpret the business from the perspective of whatever they do in life, from their culture, from anything, because the business that has everything that you need and everything that you want to do. So there is so much joy, and meaning in the in-between, those in-between moments, when we had the ups and downs, like even what we are going through now, those are the in-between moments. How much do you learn from that? So there's so much happening in the waiting, and the waiting, the journey to a successful business, the journey to a successful whatever you do has to do with waiting, because sometimes if you don't have those speed breaks, you may run at 200 miles per hour when you're supposed to run 170, and a few things go wrong. And then, sometimes you go like that and you have detours and so on. You stop and check, ask yourself a few questions while the CEO is learning, while he's also enjoying the in-between moments, whether they were hard or soft or however they were, because anyway, they're always joy, because when you go through like what we know Mr. Mufari has gone through, and you come out triumphant, like the recovery of the data center and all of the things we were celebrating a couple of weeks ago, you know that there is reason for the waiting, and so there should be joy in the waiting. This can also be a time for reflection, like Andy rightly said. You need to discover yourself even more. Sometimes some people have gotten actually ready during these moments of silence and the waiting, because I'm just wondering that when we see a few things that have happened, if we were already in business now, so many people would have gone wrong. But because now when you look and check the chat groups, you see the debates that are going on, you see how much people learn, how much people correct others, how much people learn how to interact with one another and so on. We need all of these things, because wealth, money, and so on, without attitude, without good behavior, is just nothing. Without good relationship with people, is nothing. So that's what Andy is saying here, from my understanding. We learn those things that we need to understand, those things that we need to do. The 2% that Mr. Mufare thinks only us can do, while he does the 98%. I think there's every reason to celebrate the waiting. And so let's do that. So before I hug and remain with the microphone, I'm about to release it now, and of course, hand it over to my sister, Minu. Let's discuss the transformative power of waiting.
Right. Hello, everybody. So I looked at this topic, and this is what I found interesting. Waiting is often seen as a period of uncertainty, yet it holds transformative power. In the quiet moments of waiting, we are given the space to reflect, to grow, and to prepare for what's coming. It is in these pause that we find clarity, gaining insight that may have been overlooked in the rush of life. Waiting allows us to embrace patience and trust in the process, understanding that every moment is a stepping stone towards something greater. It teaches us the art of resilience. Resilience is actually an art that we have to develop, reminding us that good things are worth to wait. And in time, everything aligns when we are ready to receive it. We have to be ready. The waiting period also gives us room to work on letting every choice we make be aligned with the vision we have of ourselves, allowing us to step forward with greater intention and purpose. Thank you.
Sure, thank you. Thanks so much. And of course, let's pass the microphone over to our brother Vincent. Welcome, bro.
Thank you, Sister Comfort. Thank you also to all the speakers and everyone who are watching us today or listening to us today. Thank you very much for coming here. It's a great pleasure to be here and also to speak. So, transformation, the waiting transformation, like Andy and then Mino said, is a great moment to do so, because transformation without waiting, you cannot get the transformation, because every transformation needs a waiting. So without a waiting, we can't do anything. And then today, when we talk about digital transformation is a passion, because if you're not patient and then do thing, rushing thing, you might get to the error or something wrong and then go all over again. So imagine all these years, if you rush and then you do something wrong, you have to start again, all over again. So starting all over again, and then it's wasting time. It's like all these years, if we rush in and do things, we get to wrong, we have to start all over again. It will take another 6 years again to do it. So this is something we need a lot of patience. And then because anything you do, any little mistake you do, it can affect the whole system. Example, when you go to the website, you type the website like bbc.co.uk, for instance, and then inside of BBC, or rather to put C, you put E, it will not work. And then you not get the information you are looking for. But it's normally when you look, it's just a little mistake. But that little mistake can compromise the whole system. So in digital world, every mistake is very important, because there's no small mistake. Small mistake, it can affect so many things, and then it can damage the whole system. So today, our digital transformation world, we are facing so many challenging, because challenging is everywhere. Challenging is those bad guys sitting outside there, because you can build your system, but they will find a way to penetrate into your system and then damage your system or hurt you, because when they enter into your system, anyway, they're going to do something that's going to affect you. So it's going to affect you, or you like or not, they're going to do something negative that will affect your system. So there are some bad guys sitting there. Their job they are doing is to destroy a lot of company system. They go to big, massive company, that they go to the system and then they destroy the system. And then or they inject some malware or all this bad or software that will know, and then they can affect your system. So all this, you need a big person to do it. And then when we're building also the software, we have to follow the system, the software development life cycle. So this life cycle development, there are so many steps to follow up, because you cannot jump one to another. So they are also something that you need to be done very, very, very carefully, because one moment you jump one step, you have to go back again, start all over again, and then start doing things. Then when you finish building your system, they also need some people to test if the system is working as the way you're expecting, and you want the way you want the system to work. So this also can take time also, because when people are there to test the system for you, and if they don't test those, if there, let's say there are some mistake or issue or bugs in the software, if they don't they don't check it properly, and then let's say we launch it in a few days, and then they discover that it was a big issue, and then it can crash. That's why sometimes when you go to, we see airplane crash, most 80% of those accidents is a software system, because if they don't do it very well, and then people don't test it properly, and then they launch maybe the plane, and then the plane can crash. So most of the time is a software system that people has not tested properly. So most of the big issues in a computer environment, sometimes people did not test it properly. So any change, it also bring problems, and then problem they need to test it properly. So this is the environment that we are facing, because what Mr. Ash is doing is building a computer system, IT system, a software system. So all this, they need to go through the channel of building the software. So you cannot jump because it's company, so we want to jump the step. No, it has to go through the process. This is a process that is there. You like or not, every single system building a software, they have to go through that process. So because if you jump that process, is another issue. And then when you finish all this, also there's infrastructure also we need it, is built inside the infrastructure. And then they have to check if they are also compatible with the system that you have built. Make sure. So there's a lot of elements it goes about how to test all this, make sure that the network, and then the network system, if it's properly connected. So those network engineers, they need also to put their feet in. And then when it comes to the database, because anything when you finish building your website, all the information that you need from people, if it's like airline website, you need to put or people information to buy the plane ticket. So all this information, when you put your name, your maybe your name, your payment, all this go to the database. So when they finish building the system, they have also to test the database. If the database is working properly, people, customers or visitors, they can put the information they need, everything is, so they have to test also this, and then make sure also all this environment, put in, after testing each part of the system, you have to put the integration. So you have to put all the system together again, because we check the system part bit by bit, and then when you finish, you put the system all together. That's the integration, and that's the difficult part of the system. So when you put the integration together, and then you do the final check, everything is working, and then you can say, wait, my system is working perfectly, everything is checked. I check networking, connection, everything is fine. And then we can say we are in a stable environment, we are in a safe environment, and then the system also, once everything is done, we have to make sure that we check the performance. Because if we build a website and then people come in, it take them 20 minutes or 10 minutes to get a single information, no one will be interested to get to your website. They say, oh no, this is useless. So again, here we need a performance so that the system is much quicker. So when you click and then you get the information you are looking for, everything is done as the way you're expecting. When after that, we have to also to make sure that the system is also secure, because if you know there's no security, everyone get to your system. So it's not a big system. So this is all the challenges that when they're building software, we have to go through. So it's a long process, but I don't want to talk too much. I'll leave it there. So just for people to understand that this is the whole cycle that the software building need to go. So it's a big person. So let's have a person. Let's be with Mr. Ash. Let's give him a time, because if we do something that is not good, when it comes to the market, it will not last for long. Most people will not be interested. But if you take time and then you build it, it can also last for years to come. So this is how the software environment working. Thank you, Sister Comfort.
Wow, that was brilliant. Thank you so much, Brother Vincent. I think we needed this information so much, and I think I've gathered a lot from there So, you know, what I'm getting from what Vincent has said in the previous contributions is that we need to look at waiting as an opportunity rather than an obstacle. And then we turn it maybe to the waiting period into productive, meaningful times. We can even decide to do journaling. Imagine if we've been putting down in a chronological or in any order at all, the events, the in-between events that have been taking place within this journey. Because at some point, it's not about money anymore, it's about the journey. And you would want to tell the story, because this is something that will go into history. People will do, you know, they'll always talk about this business. And when you're telling the story, you quote situations. Say, I remember when this happened and that happened and that happened. And the weight, you know, the weight, you would talk about it and you have so much. So when Vincent paints this whole picture, it feels like he has taken us into the buildings where Mr. Mufare's technicians are doing the job, because he is speaking from a professional perspective as an IT professional, even though he doesn't work with Mr. Mufare. It's not exactly what it is, but that's the general idea of what happens. So why not celebrate the wait, knowing who Mr. Mufare is and knowing that he's never aiming at, he aims at nothing but the best. If it's not best, he doesn't bring it to you. So I think it's just worth the wait. And of course, let our family members in the house speak. Brother Oliver, welcome. Let's discuss the productive, transformative power of waiting.
Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday. I hope we are all fired up. I hope we are all fine. I hope we all know that what we are waiting coming, according to the topic, the transformative power of waiting. Very important topic. But before I start, I just want to say what Mr. Ash told Madivi and Chris them to tell us. We were born to win, and we will bring positivity to the world. That's a very powerful statement from Mr. Ash, that he said that they should spread it out to the founders, that we were born to win and we will bring positivity to the world. I tie it also to this topic, the transformative power of waiting. Yes, we have to. Mr. Ash, our CEO, is not building any kind of technology. He's not building any kind of, he's building a technology that the whole world can assemble. He said it, he himself said it, that he's building a technology that the whole world, a platform that if they said the whole world should come and assemble there for us to have a meeting, or for us to have a party, or for us to have anything, that is that transformation that he's building. So it takes time. It takes time. So when you also have that faith, and you take that leap of faith, with that is transforming to your beliefs, then you understand that what he is building, we have to wait. We have to wait. You understand? Because he is not building, most of these other technology companies, they are all about control and money. But he's building something that generation upon generation would benefit from it. He's building something that you and I, we are going to enjoy from it. Not something that because of one power and we want money. That is what has corrupted the whole technological atmosphere with the other tech companies. But today, Mr. Ash is transforming the whole thing, reshaping the whole thing to make sure that the world should not only look about the control and the money, they should also look at the technological part of it, and they should also look at the future, what the world will benefit and our children are going to benefit. That's why I look at it. So it means we should wait. It's the mindset. Our mindset, we have to reset our mindset to make sure that what Ash is doing, and I'm very happy with all of us, the founders, because we've listened to Mr. Ash for the past how many years? And if you've been here for 2 years, 1 year, you will also understand that he has been preaching to us. He is building a technology that is AI embedded into it in a human way. In a human way, with all the legalities that is going to surround it in all the other 200 plus countries all over the world. That when you and I, they'll be pushing those resellers, the customers, that they'll fall under us. We will benefit from it very well, and we'll also take it to impact. That is how he has cloned himself. That's how he has replicated himself. So it demands for us to wait. It demands for us to wait. All of us always like to say here that Patience is a virtue. It's a virtue. And then when you look at the other companies, how they started, how like Bill Gates, he started with 3,500. He started with 3,500 founders, but he ended with 11. The others, they drop out. They say, no, we cannot continue. It takes that long. Look at Apple, the same thing. Look at Alibaba. They started how many 20 something, but he ended with 17. I can name all these tech companies again and again. But we are coming in a different format, a different way. The way Ash has to structure this business, this company, that all of us and our generation is going to benefit. It's worth waiting. It's worth waiting. Because he is building it out of love and compassion, that we are going to benefit from it. Our generation is going to benefit. The whole world is going to benefit from it. So I just want to say that, look, he's building something. I said it yesterday, and let me say it again here. That is going to be stable, secure, and superior. No company on this planet Earth has ever put something like that. It's worth waiting. I don't really look at the money side of it, because the money side of it is a done deal. We are all of us, all the 1.4 something is going. Minimum in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years are going to be minimum $500,000. So we should not only look on it and we are rushing that. Why is it that he's not coming out? Why is that we are not seeing him? No, when you don't see him means that he is walking. Be patient. Have that faith. Believe in him. As Mr. Chris Johnson, Marty Degamo, they've been coming out and telling us what he is saying, that he is in cloud 9. When the CEO is in cloud 9, what do you think? What do you think? What runs in your mind? What runs in your mind, my fellow brothers and sisters? Look, we've not been out. They've started building these companies, not been up to 7 years. Not up to 7 years. And we are getting there. We are there already. I claim it, we are there already. You know, any moment we'll see him come out, and the day Mr. Ash will say that he's coming out, please put on your dancing shoes and let's celebrate. Thank you, Sister Comfort.
Wow, thank you. Thanks so much. On fire as usual. And of course, we are looking forward to that blessed day. So, Sister Marcian, welcome.
Thank you, Sister Comfort. Put on your dancing shoe and start celebrating when our CEO will come out. Wow, that's a big statement. Uncle Oliver, thank you so much. Hello, everyone. You know, we're talking about the power of waiting. And I believe that everyone here have said too much about the power of waiting. And waiting is not a passive state. When you wait, it's not a passive state. It's an opportunity to transform yourself and to learn and to achieve a long term what you want to achieve. But a lot of time, we rush on the things, but we don't get it. Like our brothers and sisters here have already said. Most of the time, when we got something, we rush, we just want to have it. And when we get it, we don't understand the inside of the thing. And at the end, we don't get exactly what we want. In the middle, we start complaining. It's not what I was thinking that it was, because we did not wait and take our time to understand, to study, and make sure that we have our own growth inside. In the case of the company that we are in, I think waiting is even more better, because the time that we are waiting, like I said, is not a passive state. We are trying to understand the business. We are putting our relation together with other people that they are in, to know each other even more better, to know who we are dealing with. Sorry, I got muted. I don't know for how long.
Yeah, it's all right.
So I was saying that in case of the business that we are in, most of the time, we have this opportunity that we are not just waiting, but we are learning to know each other and to know where we are with our business, to understand our business a little bit more better. a self-reflection, a clarity of the personal growth, how to receive and to receive other people. Because mostly you will not have a company that people come together and start knowing who is this person in this company. A lot of time people come in to make their money and go. This is not the case here. Remember, our company is unique. It's a company that we're coming in to build a relationship first, to have that, to give people the belief of the human that they are, to make them realize that they are still important in the society, and they can do so many things for themselves. It's not just about coming in, making money and go. This is the wrong business. If you want that one, this is not the place for you. This is a place that you come in, you grow, you learn how to interact with people, you start learn how to be loved again. A lot of people doesn't, a lot of company will not give you that loving back again. They will not telling you who you are again. They will not discover on you something that you can do. But what they have to do is to come and give you the money. You take it, you go and use it for their own goods, and you keep going. And at the end, you will never make anything for yourself, because they did not believe, they did not tell you that you are capable of doing anything for yourself, but taking of what they are giving to you, and you take it and you go. And so he works for us to wait in this company. Like I said yesterday, our company is not a microwave cooking. We have to wait because our CEO take his time. He's cooking it, he's making sure that everything is well done before he bring it to us. And I believe, like my brother said, when it's time and the CEO will say, I'm coming out, a lot of us will be dancing, even though we are dancing already. We are dancing already because the time that we are waiting, we are starting understanding that there's so many things around the waiting process that we're supposed to wait. We're supposed to wait. Remember, do you ever imagine when you have somebody that is engaged and they want to get married? You see the waiting period of the time, how excited it is. This is the way we're supposed to be. Very excited, knowing that when the times come and the bride or the groom come out, it's going to look so beautiful. Everything is preparing. This is how we're supposed to be right now. We don't have to be complaining where is our CEO, as our brother said. We have to be preparing our own self, waiting for our CEO. When the CEO come out, we add it on the excitement and the thing that we have learned during the time, and we understand our business even more better, so that we take forward and we don't have to stop in the middle. We don't have to say, if you are known, I wouldn't have embraced this business. You have a long time to know either you are in a good relationship or not, so that when you get involved, you know the thing that you are getting involved with. And I believe that a lot of us here, we have tested it already. We know that this business that we are in, if you take another 5 years to wait, we are here waiting because we know the kind of the business that we're going to have. Our brother Oliver always said, the fattest bone, the fattest dog in the fattest bone. So he said that for a reason. Because when everybody will go because they didn't have a time to wait, what is going to remain is going to be the biggest part of it. You come in and you find yourself in that big, huge part of it because people did not have time to wait and they left. So the fattest bone is now yours. You sit down and you enjoy it patiently because you have waited patiently. So guys, let us just not wait, but waiting with all the enthusiasm, waiting with all the joy, waiting with all our souls and bones, be with happiness, knowing that what is coming is going to be well done for us, and we are going to enjoy a generation to come. Thank you, Sister Comfort.
Oh, thank you, sis. The patient's dog eats the fattest bone indeed. Sure. So it's going to be ours later or sooner. So let's hear from our sister Gifty.
Hello, everybody. Yeah. Our topic is the transformative power of waiting. The word of God says, those that wait upon the Lord, they renew their strength. They will soar like eagles. So if we are waiting, it's not just for waiting's sake. It is preparing us. If we would have received, our income earlier on, some of us may not be able to manage it well, because as easy as it comes, it will go the same way. But whilst we are waiting, we are learning how to be patient, how to manage things, how to know how things works. Because this period of waiting has made us to know our CEO more. We have known his heart. We have become big family. If we would have been, everything would have gone smoothly earlier on. I don't think by now we'll be here talking. We will not have time for each other. We will not be there for each other. We will not think about anybody. We will think about ourselves. But now we are thinking broadly. We are thinking about others, how to reach out to others. Because during this waiting period, we are learning. We are learning a lot. We have become more patient. We are not eager to get it now. No, we are learning how to have passion, how to love each other, how to take care of each other, so that when we receive, we will know how to manage it. Could you imagine earlier 2018, 19, 20, 21, if we have received millions, what will you do? You will spend it without thinking. But now, whilst we are waiting, we have learned and learn how to save, how to help, how to reach out to, those who don't have. For me, it is worth waiting, because what our CEO is bringing, it is worth waiting for us to have patience in everything, for us to learn, so that when we start to receive, we will soar like eagles. Thank you, Mr. Ashmufara, for teaching us how to wait, how to be patient in everything. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
Comfort.
sis. Thank you. Thanks so much. Yes, yes. Yeah. So we have our brother Charles Owusu in the house. And of course, bro, would like you to unmute your mic and contribute to this topic, transformative power of waiting.
Good evening from Ghana.
Welcome from home.
Thank you, my sweet sister. Greetings to everybody. First of all, I want to thank you so much for the work you are doing for founders. My sister Comfort.
Thank you, bro.
You have been encouraging us all the time. You see, workers can wait for 60 years before we collect our Senate pay. 60 good years. But we can wait and collect that money after 60 years. Why can't we wait for few months for unpassive? Biblically, 10 virgins were waiting for bridegroom. 5 of them took oil in addition to the oil they have in their lamp, because they knew what they are waiting for is very valuable. So they waited patiently. If you know what we are waiting for is very valuable, then you have to get patience. Patience is the key, because we know unpassive is going to change our lives. Why can't we wait? Why? I have some years to go on pension, but I know that is more than 5 years to come. If I have that patience that after 5 years to come, I'll get my pension pay, then it is not a long time for me to wait for unpassive, which is going to change my life and my entire family. So I want to appeal to every founder out there. Let's continue to wait for our brilliant CEO for the good work he's about to do, to unveil to the whole world, so that the mission of our CEO, Mr. Ash, will be accomplished. Thank you very much, my sweet sister, and everybody listening to me out there. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Brother Charles. We always appreciate you coming and making powerful contributions. I've just sent you a private message here on Zoom, if you can check it and reply. So thank you. Yes, our vibrant sister is here in the house, Sister Rita. It's your turn to contribute to the topic, the vibrant, or the vibrant, of course, the transformative power of waiting. Welcome, sis.
Thank you very much, Sister Comfort, and everyone in the panel. Happy Sunday. I know it's night in your time. For us, you are still enjoying the daytime. And a new month, Christmas is coming. So we have been waiting 12 months to come to this month, which is a Christmas time that is a time for giving and forgiving and, you know, just all the good things that one can imagine. So in terms of the topic today, transformation of transformation of what?
The transformative power of waiting.
Of waiting, yeah. So if I want, like a lot of people talk about like how waiting, you know, is a key for everything and patience. So I'm just going to relate maybe 3 things that is really every day we go through it, which is family, your relationship with people, and your business, that the business that now we are still waiting for it, and we have that hope and determination and courage that is going to materialize and is coming very soon, when we don't know, but it's going to be there. So in terms of family, for example, like if you have a conflict with a family member, what do you have to do? Like, you know, if you rush, if you have a disagreement, and so if you are a person that loves to sort things with in a right way, you have to wait for a right time to come and approach that person. And then by waiting and have that patience, you will be able to connect with that person and maybe solve the problem in an appropriate way. In a calm situation, like that is the power of waiting, not to rush, because when the other side is hot and the other side is hot, like you are not going to go to anywhere. So by you waiting, you will be able to solve that problem. You will be able to calm the situation down. You will be able to reconnect with that family member instead of reacting, and then you guys will not lead you anywhere. So both sides will benefit, and then they will come to the extent of forgiving each other, or you know what, yeah, like in a right conversation. And then in terms of friends, for example, some friends, like, you know, you guys can have a misunderstanding, and then if you are that person too, you wait, give that person a space. They will go and sit down and then think about it, and then later on he will come and say, oh, you know what, I'm so sorry. And then you guys can reconnect, and then even your relationship will be, now you know what they like, what they don't like, and then you build that relation on trust, because you trust each other and now you understand each other. And in terms of business, waiting is really very good. Why? Because it will give you, for example, if you're waiting, that wait, it will give you an idea of what is out there. For example, if the business, for example, if this the ideas of how the business, like give you a time to research what is going good, what is going bad, or if it is the right time for you to sell your product or your service. Is it a good time? Is it they really need it? So waiting always, it gives you a chance to understand what is out there, what is trending outside there. But if you rush, if you don't have that information and you put your service down there, then you are losing very big. So always waiting. Some people, they said, oh, you know what, waiting is like, I can't wait because tomorrow and not tomorrow. Yeah, you survive all these years without it. Why can't you wait for a little bit and you get more better results? So waiting is always a key. We have to have a patience, and patience is the key. Like, you know, if you don't have that patience, you will not be able to wait. And waiting, as my sister Marcian said, is always giving us a chance to understand more and to learn more. And that is, you have to change your mindset. Thank you very much.
Powerful, powerful as usual. Thank you so much. And of course, I think if I'm not missing out, so if you are not on camera, I'm not sure if you're ready to speak. That's why I could not call you. So I would rather use this opportunity to give back the mic to Andy. Andy, so much has been said. So I'll give you the privilege and the honor to round up this meeting. Consider people who are watching us in public on YouTube channels and just send a message. Closing remark. Thank you, bro.
Can I say something, Mr. Comfort?
All right. Andy, you give Brother Oliver a minute, please.
Yes, please, I just want to make this statement. Please, this is Christmas period and the bad guys are out there. The bad guys are out there. Please watch out. I'll advise everybody to change their password for this month, because I'm seeing they are dealing with me and some of my family members, like my junior sister who is in Cambridge, UK. So if you can change your password for this month, that will be good. Because I'm having some others, they took my junior sister WhatsApp account and they got in there. Now it has spread within us in the family. And I'm just receiving calls from Kenya, Ghana, and Nigeria. So when you get those type of calls, block and report, block and report. But to be to the safe side, for this month, this December month, change all your passwords for all your social media, from WhatsApp, Facebook, TikTok, and the rest. That's just what I wanted to say. Thank you.
Sure, thank you. That was very useful information there, guys. So let's just watch out. So over to you, Andy.
Thanks. Sorry about that. Okay, final thoughts. As I said, time is not now on our side from the point of view that we're nearly ready. So don't waste what little time you have left to prepare properly. Make sure all your ducks are in a row, because when it goes, the train starts to move, you may not be able to catch it. Thank you, Comfort.
Of course, thank you, Andy. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. And of course, we appreciate all the powerful contributions. Those watching on YouTube, let's stay tuned. Let's stay connected. Let's keep on waiting, because Mr. Mufara says it would be a waste of time and it would be a dishonor to him to tell you and myself to wait when he's got nothing to offer. So the best is just on pipeline for you and myself. Thank you, guys, and have a wonderful evening.